Eddie started playing the fiddle when he was 4. Traditional country and bluegrass music's been his lifelong passion. With the exception of going to church on Sundays, pretty much every waking moment is spent dealing with one aspect or another of the music business. Played fiddle with the Grammy-nominated Johnson Mountain Boys for 18 years. First job in radio 30 years ago, 1983 at WYIIFM, a 50,000-watt NBC affiliate in Williamsport, Maryland. It could be heard in 4 states. Eddie had a 2-hour weekly bluegrass show, and it was 55 miles from his home, and after you took out taxes and expenses, he made $1.97 an hour. You were killing him, weren't you, Hoss? After 5 months on the station, a lot of fan mail, Eddie received a letter in the mail from the station owner telling him his services were being put on hold. He went to work then for WAMU-FM in Washington, D.C. in 1984, a 50,000-watt legendary NPR affiliate. WAMU was one of the top 3 public radio stations in the nation. A weekly show he started there in 1990 featured music of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Country music became very popular, and it became his calling card to Nashville. While still retaining the WAMU show by way of pre-recording it each week, Eddie moved to Nashville in March 1995 to play fiddle for Kitty Wells and Johnny Wright. A week after he arrived in town, Eddie was hired by Kyle Cantrell at WSM to do historical research and part-time on-air work. Eddie became a Grand Ole Opry announcer in June of 1995. With over 17 years in that position, he is the 3rd longest consecutively tenured announcer in the show's 87-year history. Grant Turner was in it for 47 years. The dean of the Grand Ole Opry announcers, Harold Hensley, followed. Harold had 35 years, and then Eddie. He began hosting the evening shift from 7 to midnight in July of 1996. With over 16 years in that slot, Eddie is the longest tenured evening host in WSM's 87-year history, and quite possibly maybe the longest tenured evening host in Nashville radio history at this point. And the aforementioned Mr. Hensley writes, Eddie, congratulations on your milestone in broadcasting. I've known you through many of these years and have never worked with anyone who's more dedicated than you are. You're now the standard by which others must achieve, and that will not be easy. Enjoy this day, my friend. You deserve it. Harold Hensley.